folks, it's Nessa on Infinitely Zero's channel. It's June 7th. I'm gonna do a few recordings, hopefully if I get a chance over the weekend. And I had mentioned that I had placed an order, second order with Ophelia Talks, which is, they have a web front, a website which sells yarn, plus she has her video tutorials, her crochet channel, so the yarn is associated with that. They're over in the UK. I mentioned in my previous videos that I had entered into Linda Simpson, sorry, I'm like words aren't coming to me right now, that I had won the spring shawl make along, and Anya from Ophelia Talks and Dirk had generously gifted as one of the prizes a gift card, a credit, and it just turns out that that was what I had won. So I know I had placed the other order for the yarn pack, but I hadn't used the credit, so I used the credit for this order. I wasn't sure, but I know I've been wanting to make the hexagon cardigan that she has on her site and she has a tutorial for. And I actually have used this yarn before, and it's not super easy to get a hold of. I mean, we could get it here in the US, but a lot of times it's over in the UK and you have to pay for that shipping anyway. So I figured and it's also the yarn that she used. She just used a different colorway. So yeah, let's get to opening this. Yeah, exciting, huh? Anyway, so it comes in this beautiful organza bag. I only needed 4 for the cardigan, but I wanted to have a little extra because I also saw that she had a pattern to make leg warmers and you needed 1 ball of the James C. Brett, and then I decided to get an extra ball just in case. Either I wanted to make another pair of leg warmers, or maybe I wanted to make a hat and a scarf if I have enough left over, or just in case I want the sweater baggier. So yeah, so it comes in this lovely organza bag. And this is the beautiful yarn I got. And it's nice and soft and lovely. I have a hat that I made from a friend of mine that gave me some of this yarn in red. This is the James C. Brett Marble Chunky yarn, machine washable, 200 grams. This is how the colors are. So it's mostly blue and teals. I wasn't sure if some of the ones that had the reds had more purples and things like that and pink in there, so I didn't want to risk having something that had pink in it. So I went with the safer bet, but there's a lot of different pretty colorways. I know she uses this really pretty like green with like tans and beiges. Anyways, let me tell you a little bit more about the yarn, which is what you really want to hear, not me yapping. It's 100% acrylic, machine washable, and it comes with 312 meters or 341 yards. That's upside down. That's what the label says there, and that's the lot. That it's MC6 is the number for the color. And okay, and it says recommended size 6mm knitting needles. So yeah, so just really pretty yarn. It's gonna be so warm too, and squishy and soft. My goodness, this would make a lovely blanket too. And then I wanted to show that I had seen that she had a video tutorial, and I had mentioned that I wanted to make it for the Agatha Christie reading shawl. So I decided to start it yesterday, and I actually got a lot done, even though I was really tired and I slept a good amount. So this is how much I have done for the reading shawl so far. And I think it's coming out just lovely. I mean, honestly, I already have like a little shawlette. It's supposed to be a lot bigger, but this is only one skein so far. Um, I actually started off with a 5mm hook here, and then I switched over to a 5.5 because it seemed a little too tight, and then I felt like it needed a little more drape, so then around this row I switched over to a 6mm hook. And I think that looks okay in size. I mean, I know it has a little more gaps down in that bottom as opposed to, you know, like these rows to those rows, but I think it looks okay. I rather it be softer and drapier. I thought the yarn was a lot thinner, and then when I started working up the yarn, maybe because it has white in it, I then realized that it was a little thicker than I thought, as I was working with it. So yeah, so that was like an interesting surprise. So this is the yarn. It's the Big Twist Party that they sell at Joann's. The colorway is Succulent. I'm also between using the Beach Party colorway or possibly the Bubble Tea, which is like a brighter green with purple. And they also have like this pretty like sunset color or canyon, and so daybreak. Anyways, it has a lot of pretty colors. And I've read the specs for this yarn before, but it's 240 yards or 3.5 ounces, 220 meters or 100 grams. Machine washable and dry up. Machine washable, I think it's lay flat to dry, and it's 100% acrylic. And here it says the recommended hook size was an I9 5.5 millimeters. So that's the label. Because I know she uses, which it looked like a similar yarn, which is like the Impressions, I think, from Stylecraft. And she was using a 5mm hook, but I hadn't used this yarn before. So it's about as thick as it is. Yeah, and for the cardigan that I showed last time that I'm been working on, I pretty much finished it. Talked to the designer and said that it needed pockets, and she was cool with that, which is really nice. So I was waiting for the design for the write-up of the pockets to test that. So I got that today, and I made the 2 little pockets for the cardigan that I showed. I don't think I'll block it, but so I have to attach both of the pockets to the cardigan, but I rather do that during the day when I'm well rested and there's good light, because I want to measure it, use stitch markers to attach it exactly where, and then I measure it again, and then I sew it on and hope that it looks okay. And I have to weave in all the ends on the cardigan, but that pattern hasn't been released, so I can't show that yet. But my other hexa cardigan pattern today was released. So I can probably talk about that and show it better in my next video. And I've been working on a few other squares and working on testing a pattern for a square. So I've been busy working on that today. And I'm using the colors for the granny square blanket that I was doing. So it's a different stitch, but that goes corner to corner, but it's the same stitch that's used in the hexagon cardigan. Anyways, so I mostly just wanted to show you the unboxing of the yarn from the Ophelia Talks. Thank you so much, Anya and Dirk. And yeah, I think that's everything. And thank you to Linda and June. And thank you everyone who's wished me birthday wishes. To Michael at MDL Crochet, check out his channel, please. And to his partner Panda, who gave me a wonderful birthday dance yesterday. That was really cool. So if you want to see the birthday dance, go check out the replay from yesterday, which was Thursday, June the 6th. And also, another friend of mine on the YouTube streets that does beautiful hand-dyed yarn, Dawn Aaron of loving, creative, loving hands. I can never remember the whole part towards the end of her name. She's very close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't checked out her channel and haven't subscribed to her channel, please do so we can get her to her 1,000 soon. Okay, thanks everyone. Oh, and my other announcement plug is Mama G Gear is doing the meows for mental health, the second part of the auction tomorrow at 8 p.m. I think it is Eastern Standard Time. So please go check that out. She's already posting some items on her community tab in case you want to do the initial bids as of tonight. So yeah. So even if you can't bid on stuff, at least show up and show your support. Okay, thanks. Bye.